Panther. What it do? What it do? What it do? Well, it didn't do nothing last week. Welcome to the pregame pep talk. It's a new segment that I'm gonna start doing from week to week this season. Um, hope you guys like it. I ain't gonna speak none but facts. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's only right that I'm wearing the Peppers jersey. You know what I'm saying? To remind us all, viewers, potential subscribers, players, as well as coaches that may be watching or get wind of this video, that this is the level of greatness that we can achieve, and we have achieved. We can do that again. You know what I'm saying? We can replicate that. We can do that. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. This week we got the Cards. We got the Cards this week, and I don't think they have beaten us since 2015. You know what I mean? The big year that we had. I don't think that they have done it. And so, quite frankly, we need to continue that regard. That we need to continue that fast of winning. If we lose today to the Cards, it better be close. It better be close. They better not come in and shellac us. And I'm gonna need not to see what I saw last week. What I saw last week. Let me start with the defense, man, because our linebackers, we need them to line back. And let me for those men, women, children that really don't know the essence of what a linebacker is supposed to do, I'm going to give you an illustration real quick. So we're running a 3-4, right? So that's 3 linemen up front, in front of the offensive line's face. 4 linebackers. Let me show you the job of the linebackers. You ready? Bam. Just that simple. That's why it makes up your front 7. It's supposed to make up your front 7. You know what I mean? Because that offense should be getting to your second level. So I'm gonna need them to actually line back, get the lines back, and fill those gaps accordingly. I was one of the key supporters, if you will, for Dan Morgan getting the position as GM. I am video documented as saying, let a dog get dogs. But if you can't get dogs at your own position, that's a problem. That's a problem. And so now Peyton Wilson watch is ready to go, right? Because not only am I biased because we're Orange High Panthers, but you passed up on him to get Jonathan Brooks and Trayvon Wallace. So if you potentially could have flubbed up twice. Yeah, so now I gotta watch to see what we're doing and watch to see what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? Because we already know that you flubbed that with the Jonathan Brooks pick. You know what I'm saying? You picked the guy that can re-injure and did re-injure, and that we've only seen one play, and that we won't see again until 2026 next year. Versus a guy who can't re-injure in that particular location anymore. And he's still playing injury free. So we just need to see now if you flipped up twice in the same round. That remains to be seen. So Wilson watches on. Also on the offense, we can't. I'm looking at you, Excel, for offense, man. Last year you didn't show that you were really a number 1 receiver. You displayed that the fall that was happening to you was legitimate. Last week you showed some of the same. If you're a true day 1 receiver, you are supposed to already have your catching good, have your route running good, have your what you would call it, your toe dragging, all that stuff. You're supposed to have the basics down. You shouldn't have to learn that and be learning those things in year 2. You should already have that. You know what I'm saying? Like maybe year 1 you're probably missing 1 or 2 pieces, but year 2 you should have it all down pat. And I need back to the GM, I need for him to learn that you cannot have all these weapons and stuff on offense and neglect your defense, because you're still part of the Fitterer regime. But to Fitterer's point, or to Fitterer's positives, his last year here, the defense was straight, which is why Evero is still here. Yeah. So I don't know whether you were just a defensive scout or not, and that's the reason why Tepper anointed you to the position of GM, because the defense was pretty much the only thing we had going that year. I don't know. I don't know, but you need to show that same flex with this guy, even though he's an offensive mind. You can't just give him everything that he wants and neglect your defense. If you're not playing complimentary football, you're playing losing football. Now, with that note, let me continue with the offense. I don't need to see the same line that I saw last week. If Damon Lewis is hurt, if Robert Hunt is hurt, let me tell you something. There is no reason if Icky is hurt, there is no reason in the world why Josh Nishman should be starting over a Brady Christensen or a Cade Mays at any point on that line. Just shouldn't happen. Just shouldn't happen. That's ludicrousness. Because my whole thing is this: I can't even say that last week was totally Bryce's fault because of that. I don't even care if the sacks came in on Josh's side or not. You know what I'm saying? We is it a general consensus among Panther fans, and especially the GM, because we spent all that money on the line, that this guy needed a true number one game-changing line. And you go put Josh Nishman where Brady Christensen or Cade Mays should be. That's a problem for me. And I'm even willing to deduct an interception that Bryce had last week because that came off of the wide receiver's hands. And so that shouldn't be happening, wide receivers. Y'all need, where you true glue at? Where you true glue? You know what I mean? And Cardinals, you can't abandon the run, bro. You can't abandon the run. You can't abandon the run, and you can't be running the same running plays back to back. Come on now, preseason's over. Let's get rid of the vanilla ice cream. You know what I'm saying? Let's mix in some sprinkles with that. Some fudge. You know what I'm saying? Let's get some cheesecake pieces, some peach, some strawberry, some blueberry. Let's get exotic. Let's mix in some pina colada flavors. You know what I'm saying? Some pineapple, some coconut if you like that. I love a good pina colada myself. Virgin, of course, but pina colada nonetheless. So yeah, man, let's get this going. I don't want to see a loss today, but if I do, it better be a competitive one. You know what I mean? My Aggies won yesterday, so I need y'all to complete me. You know what I'm saying? I need y'all to make sure that I have a 100% football weekend going into the rest of my work week. You know what I mean? So I can flex. You know, so yeah, man. And so on that note, we about to roll out and get ready for the game. Y'all keep pounding. Oh, before I do that, I just said we about to get ready for the game, and I ain't ready for the game. Let me get ready for the game. Y'all ready? Okay. Game day gold in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now I'm ready. Y'all keep pounding. Peace and God bless.